We the pod football. We disky. We transfers. We rumors. We analysis. We stats. We break the game down. We goals. We got everything for you right here at We the Pod Football. Thank you, people, for joining me again. On this segment, we're going to be recapping these past games in the English Premier League, and it was pretty interesting, if I say the least, if you ask me. But let's kick it off like how we kicked it off last time. The first game of the weekend was Southampton versus Man United. Like I said, people, 3-0. I got that prediction right. Southampton, unfortunately, unable to get to winning ways, still lounging at the bottom of the table, but can they get out? We'll only find out. After that, Liverpool, unfortunately, Nottingham Forest coming with the upset from the goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi. I told you, people, to watch him, the former Chelsea man. Bayern wanted to buy him at one point in time. Bayern wanted to buy the kid for £80 million. Unfortunately, when his time and his contract ran out, he was sold for a measly less than £10 million. But he managed to reignite his career at Nottingham Forest with the goal. Arne Slot definitely gonna have to go look back on the drawing board, but it's still early days, people. Like I said, my prediction for Liverpool was third, and as it stands, Man City first, undefeated, 4 wins, 12 points. Arsenal second with 10 points, 3 wins, 1 draw. We are the two teams that are still undefeated. Liverpool, unfortunately, being handed their first loss, but I think they still got Champions League football, so it's still a long way to go, people. It's still early days, but they should have done better. Man City continuing their winning ways. Like I said, they're top of the table with a Haaland brace, finishing the match 2-1, a goal from Vissa for Brentford. Haaland leads the league now with 9 goals in 4 games, people. This man is creating serious records. He might even break the Shearer record. Hopefully he stays healthy. But let's see what happens. 2-1 finish for Man City. They stay top of the league. Crystal Palace and Leicester City, they played a 2-2, a Desmond 2-2. Picking up points, a draw is good for both teams, I say, especially for Leicester. Vardy getting on the score sheet again, a serious legend for Leicester. And Mavididi. Don't know much about him, but let's see if we can definitely learn more about him as the season goes on. And then Jean-Philippe Mateta getting 2 goals. Unfortunately, my beloved Eddie Nketiah couldn't get on the score sheet, but it's good, it's healthy seeing your compatriot score 2 goals. He's definitely going to have to fight for his position, but that match finished 2-2. 1-1 at the Fulham and West Ham game. Mind you, that was the other London derby. The other one was today, but we're going to talk about that one later. The Mexican international Raul Jimenez getting on the score sheet, and Danny Ings, the former Liverpool man, getting on the score sheet for West Ham. But it finished 1-1, but I'm still expecting more for the side of Julian Lopetegui. That's West Ham. They should be winning now, but it was good. It was a good match. It was a tough opponent, but I feel like they did okay, but they should have done better. Brighton Ipswich finished 0-0, a stalemate to say the least. Maybe to those that watch the game, you can tell us more, but one thing I can tell you, no goals. Brighton should have done better. They're definitely out of the top 3. Now, if they cannot get wins against teams like Ipswich, it's really going to be hard to see them in the top 6. I don't think they're going to finish there. However, a team that should be finishing in the top 6 without a shadow of a doubt is none other than Chelsea. The West London team managed to win a measly 1-0 against Bournemouth, but I did say, people, it's going to be a tough match. Nkunku on the score sheet. And interestingly enough, Jadon Sancho got the man of the match. Unfortunately, you know what, let me not say that. We'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself, people. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Aston Villa, Everton. Oh, I feel sorry for Everton, people. They were leading 2-0. But in the second half, Unai Emery's side came back with 3 goals. A goal from John Duran and a brace from Ollie Watkins. Excellent. You know what? This season we are blessed with excellent strikers. However, Haaland is really looking to cement his place as the king of the goals in the Premier League. Wolves. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the win. Mario Lemina with the measly single goal. Newcastle coming in clutch with the 2-1 finish. Whew, Newcastle are looking deadly, people. They're looking real deadly. They even played all the way up to 9 minutes extra time, but they managed to hold that 1-goal lead. I can't say Wolves fan will be disappointed in that. It was a tough match, but Eddie Howe's side played well with goals from Fabian Schär, the defender, the Swiss defender for Newcastle, and Harvey Barnes, one player that I really wanted to come at Arsenal. Maybe it's best he didn't come. If you guys know him, he's the former Leicester man. Now, people, it's time to talk about my beloved Arsenal. 1-0 win in a pretty disappointing, boring match. I know everyone's got their hands in their head. Whoa, how is it disappointing? It was very disappointing, people. We were struggling to score goals from open play. That's another match where we scored from a corner. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but maybe if we could have scored a corner and from open play. Unfortunately, Kai Havertz, the German giraffe, couldn't do anything for us today. He was terrible. I'm sorry to say, he was terrible. Sterling and Gabriel Jesus got a new hairstyle. He got some nice cornrows. But I don't think them cornrows are going to be helping his game because his mind was elsewhere. Even though he got little time, Sterling had a chance to score, but he couldn't. Ange Postecoglou really looking in danger of losing his job. Personally, I don't blame Ange Postecoglou. Tottenham don't really do anything in the league. They'll probably finish 6th, at best 7th. If they had a bad season, but they'll definitely finish in and around there. Definitely in the top 10, definitely in the top 6. But it's going to be hard for them. But they played well. They definitely need to get some more firepower for the likes of Son. I mean, Son is an excellent player, but sometimes you need that fresh legs off the bench. Timo Werner couldn't really do anything for them. Mind you, Arsenal, we didn't have Declan Rice or Odegaard. Declan Rice's suspension, red card in the last match. Odegaard is going to be out for some time, so it looks like the permanent captain is going to be none other than Jorginho. But 1-0, we got points on the board. We're still undefeated, but we're going to look shaky. It's going to be a shaky match for us against Man City if we play the way that we played against Tottenham. But I think our next match is at Atalanta, so that means we're going to be talking about Champions League. But thank you, people, for joining me again at We The Pod Football. We disky, we football, we transfers, we updates, we goals, we predictions, expectations. We cover everything in the footballing world.